Hey everyone, it's Eric Wen. In today's bonus video, we're going to be reacting to a scene from Spirited Away to try to better understand introverted intuition and extroverted sensing. It's not like this one video can perfectly capture everything about NI, but hopefully it can flesh out your understanding of these functions.
千尋、もうすぐだよ。
やっぱり田舎ね。買い物は隣町に行くしかなさそうね。
ほら、あれが小学校だよ。
Okay, now we're seeing outside the front of the car, but we really only see a little bit, right? You can only get these little glimpses of what's out there.
千尋、
Okay, now we're seeing a little bit more. Okay, so just a couple seconds in, do you see how we're just being thrown into the moment? We're just suddenly being immersed in this little girl's world. There's not a lot of context. There's not a lot of details at all about her past experiences. Introverted intuition and extroverted sensing always show up together, and they're functions that are really focused on what is happening now. That's the extroverted sensing part. What am I able to see? What am I experiencing now in real time, in the moment? But also, where is this all going? Sort of let me imagine in my head, sort of build a personal sense in my mind of where everything is going. Let's think for a second together about what is this girl experiencing in the moment? Do you see how the movie really shows that and highlights that? She's in the car. At first, she's just seeing the flowers, and then she's seeing the car, and then she's seeing little bits of what's going on around her. It's very present, it's very immersive and sensory. And yeah, she's just slowly looking out the window and building this sense of, you know, what's going on out there.
お父さん大丈夫？
Okay, getting, whoa, okay, more chaotic. It's like this experience, right? Things are just happening. And okay, so now notice how the scene's completely changed. Before, the girl's reality was this pretty road and just cruising along in this town. But now something unexpected has happened and things are now headed in a different direction. The girl's now needing to adjust. She's very disoriented and she has no idea where things are headed. For personality types with NI and SE, this is how life can feel sometimes as they're cruising along, as life's just passing them by. It's very much like, okay, I'm seeing what's happening now, this is my sense of reality, but life never stays exactly static, exactly the same over and over again. There's always emerging information, unexpected things that can happen, and the unexpected things can throw things into a new trajectory or sort of give you a different perspective on what's actually going on. For SP personality types, they can find the ways that things change and evolve all the time actually sort of fun. For what you'll often see with SP personality types is they're like, it's fun to adapt and react in real time to the new stuff that can be experienced and is happening in the moment. Even if it's a little jarring, if it's a little chaotic, it's okay, I can sort of make it work and react in real time. On the other hand, for personality types with NI a little bit higher, they're still also quite impacted and sometimes quite aware of like what's happening in real time. But for them, they like to be a little bit more prepared, right? They're J personality types, right? They sometimes like having more expectations for where things are headed. The NI is a little bit higher. And so for them, adjusting in real time, it's not as fun or it's not as easy for them. Usually it's like, wait, I want to be able to go with the flow, but it really helps when I have some expectations in my mind for where things are headed. Both NJ and SP personality types like paying attention to what's happening now and where things might be headed. But their relationship with both of those functions, which side of things they are more comfortable with or pay more attention to, that's something that's different between the two.
風を吸い込んでる。なあに？こう嫌だ。戻ろうお父さん。
お母さん待って
Wow, that shot. This is now a perfect time to, okay, it's a little random, but let's actually try doing some introverted intuition together. It's totally okay if it doesn't quite work for you or if you're only able to tap into that headspace for a couple seconds. But just as a fun thought exercise, let's try getting into the headspace of introverted intuition. Okay, so to do this, introverted intuition, it's a preparing function. It's going, I'm experiencing things now in real time, and I have no idea where things might be headed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside my mind. I'm actually gonna shut off what's going on around me, and I'm gonna just try to speculate in my mind about where things might be headed, what experiences, sensory experiences might be headed our way. So in this case, let's pretend we're the little girl. We just see that little light. Think in your mind for a second, what's on the other side of that door? What world, what reality is waiting for this girl? If you've already seen the movie and you know it very clearly, try actually thinking about something completely different. Just try to build an image in your mind of what might be on the other side of this tunnel. And then what I want you to do is really flesh out that picture. Don't just think of a couple things and then just drop it like, oh, a lake, a castle, a restaurant. Pick one of those things and really flesh out the picture. What sounds are you hearing in this scene? What smells are you hearing in this scene? What colors are you experiencing? What places can you go in this scene, in this world, in this reality that you're building and imagining in your mind? This sort of imagining an experience in your mind thing, this building a world or like fleshing out an experience in your mind to guess about where things might be headed, that is actually the core of introverted intuition and what it's all about. Now, to be clear, this girl, she's going down a scary tunnel. Every personality type, I think that would trigger their imagination or fears a little bit. And to be very clear, every personality type can have an imagination or think about the future sometimes. But this specific, like very sensory, immersive way of going inside the mind to visualize an experience ahead of time, where it's almost like you can build a whole world in your mind or build a very full, in-depth experience in your mind and pay a lot of attention to that simulation. That's very unique to introverted intuition and very core to what it's all about.
Said, don't believe everything you read.
Right.
I've never talked to BuzzFeed a day in my life.
And then one day he just stopped selling them, and I was like, dude, what are you doing?